Hello, my friends on YouTube. This is the first time I'm doing a live YouTube. Oh, it's exciting. It is exciting. I don't know if we have anyone out there yet, but I am here and I posted on my Facebook that I would go on live, and if anyone had any questions for me, uh and so I'm gonna look through those questions now. And as we're on here, I'll go ahead and share with the fam, the fam on let's see, live on Facebook, that I'm on live if they want to jump in, um and go there. You know what? Actually, I don't know. I mean, will it carry over live? I don't I don't know. Let me see if there's any kind of live thing. Bear with me, guys. Just everyone be patient, okay? Just everyone settle down and bear with me, because this is the first time. This is really a test run, and because I really feel bad that I've got this YouTube. I've got 200 something subscribers, which is not it's not an exorbitant amount, but it's a good amount for having never, I just don't ever do anything on here. And so I appreciate those of you who have subscribed and clicked the button for a whole lot of nothing. But I want to do better, because I can dominate this presence and monetize it as it were, since I'm not monetizing hardly anything on the road, since all those have been postponed. And so what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to find what the link is that I could share to encourage people to watch this even right now. And that's what I'm trying to do. So pop out chat. So this has the things. If you want to say something, I'm going to say something right here. And if you are on here and you want to test it, you can say something there too. Test. I'll put that out there. Okay. And so now let me read through this here thing. And Jamie K from the I'll give her a shout out, and their podcast a shout out, from the Jungle Room podcast, an Elvis inspired podcast. Uh, here's the link right there. Okay, thank you, Jamie. So I'm going to send that link right now to let people join in on Facebook. But she has written some questions, and then Kyle has written, I believe, a question on there. And once I share this to Facebook, I'm going to address those questions and concerns live on. I got my phone right here if you wonder what I'm doing. Live on YouTube. And I know if you're getting aggravated at me right now for doing this and spending my time doing this, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. Paste live on YouTube now. Pop on and talk with me. Okay. Sharing that. There's the link to that. Let's see. Oh, it gives me the cover. And that's what it does right there. Well, cool. We'll see if we have any new subscribers from that. So now let's get down to business. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send us daughters when we asked for sons? How insensitive and inappropriate is that line? Okay, here's the question. 7 comments here. Okay. JBK says, I'd like to know the following answers. Link to your channel. I just posted that, of which she was the one that helps me find that. What is my favorite color? My favorite color, 2 colors. I like black. I'm a black. I just like that color. Johnny Cash style. You know what I'm saying? I like that a lot, and I also like turquoise. And so those two are my favorite colors. If I have to choose which one I'm going to wear, it's going to be a black. That's black is a thinning color, but even when I was thin, a thin young man, I enjoyed wearing black. Okay, so two, how good are you with spreadsheets and coding? I am horrible, horrible, horrible. Now here's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is, um, you're on mute right now because I'm on a work call. Oh, okay. Um, the truth of the matter is this: I can do spreadsheets and I can do it effectively, and I can be effective. I can do the work well, but there's levels, I believe, leadership principles, everybody. There's levels, I believe, that of the ways we do things. And so there's things that we can do. There's things we can't do. There's things that we could do if we applied ourselves and worked toward. There's things we can do. And then there's things we can do and enjoy doing. So what we want to do is we want to go for the things in life that we will end up really enjoying. So those of you who do podcasts, you'll know that that's probably something you enjoy doing. And then there's some people who are like, oh, I would never like to do that. So what you want to do in life is you want to look for the things that you can do, and you enjoy doing. And the only way you're going to find the things that you can do and is by exposing yourself to more. Yes, that's what I said. Expose yourself. Expose yourself to more things. When you expose yourself to more things, then you will have a greater capacity. You'll be exposed to more things. You'll be more seasoned and well versed in things. And then you'll know, I've tried that. I don't like it. I've tried that. I'm not good at it. I tried that. I'm not good at it, but I want to be good at it. And so I'll work toward it. And then there's some things it's like, oh yeah, this clicks. So when we talk about spreadsheets, why do I say all that? Because when we talk about spreadsheets and coding, I have the ability to do this. I could even teach that if I were needed to do and train somebody, but it's not something that I enjoy doing. So I don't want to spend my life doing it. So then you come to the point where you staff your weaknesses. And what I mean by staff is find someone who is good at the things you're not good at, because probably it'll match up the things that you are good at. They're probably not so good at. And then you form a team, and then everyone is being able to thrive in the thing that they're gifted to do. And it makes them feel a sense of value and a place in this world and in this, on the team, rather than everybody focusing on one thing and some being good at it, some being bad at it. And those who are not good at it, they feel like they're not successes at it. I can do coding. I can do administrative type work. I'm not drawn toward that. I don't have a natural tendency to want to do that. So the next thing is this. What has been something embarrassing that has happened to you on stage when you're performing stand up? Oh, okay. Something that has happened to me on stage that was embarrassing is one time I sat down. There's a stool, but it was kind of a lower stool, and it had a bottle of water on it. And this is not the bottle of water. This is Pepsi. Hey, Pepsi, looking for some sponsorship. There was a bottle of water, a water bottle, and I sat down on it, and it hit me the wrong way, and it woke me up, and I didn't like it. Shouldn't have wore sweats that day, my friends. So that happened to me, and but I was able to play with that. You know what I'm saying? I could make a comedy out of it. But one thing that happened, it was actually a big performance in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And there were thousands of people in the crowd. And I took a sip of water. Water seems to be the culprit here of shenanigans on my performances. I took a sip of water. And you know how you say it went down the wrong side? That's what happened. It went down to the wrong side. And I, that cough thing, that's the worst thing that can happen to you as you're trying to communicate. And it always happens when you're trying to say something and you have someone's attention. You're like, yeah, I was gonna, and then, and then they're just kind of sitting there going, mm-hmm. And you're, no. That's what was happening to me with thousands of people in the crowd waiting for me to carry on and go on, and everyone felt sorry for me, and it was a bad experience. Another experience that I didn't care for was one time I got up and I said, everyone, hold on, buckle in. I'm telling you, it's going to be good. I want you to get in position. I want you to buckle in. You ever been on a roller coaster? You know how you got to buckle in at the very, and you want to make sure you're secure so you're ready for the ride. We're going to take some twists. We're going to take some turns. It's going to be good. So everyone buckle in. I wasn't telling them to do that, but then one person in the audience did this as if they were buckling in. I said, that's right. Just like this guy right here, that he gets it. And then from this side of the room, I heard, that's not a guy, that's a girl. And that's so, it was unfortunate because I was like, oh yeah, of course I can see that's a girl. The stage lights were in. There was no stage lights. It was a small room. It was bad. It was bad. I didn't recover in that moment. I made up the difference overall, but in that moment, I'm sure I'm still a bad person in that person's eyes. So there's the answer to that. And isn't that the notion, is that we are all good guys in our own story, but there are bad guys in our story too. There are bad people in our story, and it could be that we are the bad person in someone else's story, and they may have a valid point, but that doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you had a bad season, whatever the case may be. So keep carrying on. Don't worry about that. Okay. So how much would a woodchuck chuck? How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? It is a good question. I've actually heard this. I feel like he has borrowed this question because I've seen it on something else. The answer is, I don't know. The answer is every woodchuck is its own individual woodchuck. Kyle, I think we're at the place now that you shouldn't just generalize that all woodchucks are the same. But you have in this question, it's okay. Just like I said, everyone's the bad guy, the good guy in their own story, but also that you can be a bad guy in someone else's story. Kyle, in some woodchucks' lives, it could be that you are insensitive by clumping them all together, but that's okay. Let's just say the standard size of a woodchuck is, let's say they're 15 pounds. That's a 15-pound woodchuck. That's the average size of a woodchuck. And if a woodchuck could chuck wood at 15 pounds, let's just say a percentage of wood versus the pounds, I'm going to say let's say 1% of that 15 pounds. And so you got about that much wood. How much is that? Well, it's a mathematical question that no one really knows. No one can do the math on that. If you have a 15-pound woodchuck and it's doing 1% of its body weight, the mystery continues. No one knows how much that is, but that's about how much I would assume a woodchuck could chuck wood, if indeed it could chuck wood. And so there it is. There's our 13 minutes. We'll go up to 14 minutes on this one. And thanks for joining this, my first live YouTube. I'll pop on here. I'm not gonna promise that. I'm gonna say I'll never pop on because I've said that before and I never do. So maybe if I say I never will, then we shall have more pop-ons. We have 9 seconds to go, 8 seconds to go. To leave you with this thought. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good thought.